All right. So drop a 1 in the chat if you can see me and hear me. All right. You guys can see me over on the website. You can see me over on Rumble. Good over on Kick. And we're good on Twitch. Let's pull up Communism Tube. One watching. Alright, well, we must be good. It's me. Bombay Man, you're first. You're first. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay. Hopefully we should be good now. Without having a very long explanation, there's some thing I can turn on that's called bind to IP, which means that I'm binding what we're doing to my IP address. And that is the only thing that makes the internet work right. But when I tried to launch the live this morning, it wouldn't let me launch it unless I turned that off. And so I turned it off, and then we had problems again. So here we are. It should be fine the rest of the live. I hope to God that that is the case. But anyways, my apologies for these issues. It's obviously not intentional. Guess I'm Jeff's lip syncing like Taylor. No, I'm not. You should be able to hear me. Hear me now. All right, hooligans. Let's get into this next one. I can't remember what we were doing. Anyways, this next one's a pretty entertaining video, so it's pretty good that we reset so you guys, because you ain't going to want to miss this. This is Senator Tim Scott. What we're seeing is absolute insanity. Talking about how the Democrats are out here having rap rallies and just heathen gatherings where they go out there and act like a bunch of fucking clowns. Now, I like going to music festivals and rap concerts and whatnot, but not with politics involved. It's not, you know, that's not what politics is about. So go ahead and see this goofiness, especially when AOC comes out here like a cracked out chipmunk. It's some good stuff. So let's get this started. Once again, this is Senator Tim Scott. What we're seeing is absolute insanity.
We gonna let them know how strong and powerful and mighty we are. Get big money out of politics. We are gonna show
prostitute
APAC the power of the South Bronx. People ask me why I got a foul mouth. What am I supposed to do? You coming after me. I'm not supposed to fight back? We're gonna show them who the we are.
Well, that is a sitting United States congressman, and that is certainly not a sign of confidence coming from Jamal Bowman, who is fighting for his political life. He's in serious danger of losing his primary after his criticism of Israel sparked an all-in effort to remove him from Congress. So he's pulling out all the stops.
Atomically, Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses can't define how I be dropping these mockeries. Lyrically perform armed robbery, free with the lottery. Possibly they spotted me. Battle scarred shogun, explosion when my pen hits. Tremendous, ultraviolet shine blind forensics.
Vivek Ramaswamy was way better, but keep trying, Jamal Bowman. He's not only relying on his rapping abilities, he's brought in top squad member AOC to carry him across the finish line.
prostitute.
Is that Cardi B? She said she's ready to fight. That's an insurrection.
You know, Senator Scott, I wanted to play the Jamal Bowman soundbite for a family member last night. I had to remove my 4-year-old daughter from the room because she could not hear this congressman. And Richie Torres, he's a Democrat in Congress. And Richie Torres came out and said this about Jamal Bowman. He wrote this on X. The level of profanity here is so shocking as to be unbecoming of a member of Congress. There is nothing in Jamal Bowman's unhinged tirade that remotely resembles the decency of the people I know and represent in the South Bronx. Your thoughts, Senator?
Well, I'll just say this, Kaylee. They are losing their minds because they are losing their voters. Without any question, his behavior is unbecoming for any member of Congress. That goes without question. Here's the bigger point. This is Joe Biden's Democratic Party. What we're seeing operating here today is absolute insanity. It has a stench that comes from their anti-Semitic views. They are reinforcing every single day how much they want to hold on to power at the expense of people, how they would rather divide the American people because they believe, I honestly believe, Kaylee, they believe that a divided America allows them to gain more power, and with more power, their agenda becomes the American agenda. The good news is Joe Biden's Democrat Party is on the verge of failure. 4 more years of the President Donald Trump, and we will have law and order in our streets. We will have respect for elected officials because we will purge those out of Congress who act and behave like Congressman Bowman. It is despicable to hear the language that he is spewing to our Jewish citizens. It's despicable to watch him turn his back on our strongest ally in the Middle East, Israel. And what's worse is that the squad, AOC, comes to the rescue and only reinforces the point that the entire squad is anti-Semitic and they are un-American with their behavior.
Well, to that end, Senator Scott, this rally, believe it or not, it actually got worse. And I want to play another few moments for you here. And beware, those of you at home, you might have a stool fly through your television. Watch.
What was the windmill thing he was doing?
Show them who the we are. Ceasefire now. Ceasefire now. Ceasefire now. Ceasefire now.
I want to put up a picture of Kafir Bibis. He's a little baby who's in the hands of Hamas. Who knows if Hamas even still has him? Do you think Jamal Bowman would wield a stool through the air and shout, "Free the hostages," like Kafir Bibis, Senator Scott?
You know, it's unbelievable the behavior that we're watching. This is descending into an abyss, a pit, a bottomless pit. Let me just say this. America should stand by our allies. Every single hostage should have been returned safely. But with Joe Biden as president, withholding arms from Israel only prolongs the conflict. When you prolong the conflict, more civilians lose their lives. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired about the behavior and the actions of the Democrat Party as it relates to our allies. But it's also quite disgusting to see the leader of the free world so weak that he can't stand up and call out the anti-Semites in his own party, call out the endless abyss of behavior that simply reinforces the point that they do not believe in a united America and they don't believe in being loyal to our allies. We should be loyal to our allies and lethal to our adversaries. Congressman Bowman's comments, AOC's comments, Joe Biden's behavior on the global stage says we are too weak to stand strong with our allies, but we are strong enough to try to hold small parts of this country and actually lend a hand to the wrong side. That's exactly what you're seeing. Bowman is extending an olive branch to the wrong people.
Senator, I only have a few moments here, but you know I've got to ask you, Trump's chosen his VP. They'll be at the debate. Will you be at the debate with President Trump?
I will be there in the spin room after the debate is over. I'm looking forward to seeing the contrast between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, the contrast between a healthy economy and a terrible economy, a closed border, an open border. I can't wait to see it all.
You and me both, Senator Scott. Thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley.
I told you it was going to be a good one. AOC looking like a cracked out chipmunk. I don't know what she's doing. Just jumping around the stage, looking like a grasshopper. You better sit your skinny ass down. You look crazy as hell. I'm surprised she didn't take a bite out of that microphone the way that she was jerking around and all of that. And then she's screaming at the top of her lungs like she doesn't understand the functionality of a microphone. And then She's got that bright red lipstick on. I don't know if she was blowing people in the alley or if she was supposed to be speaking on stage. Couldn't really tell, but either way, like I said, acting like heathens. And it's, you know, it's fine to have fun and jump around. We like to have fun and whatnot, but we're also not elected officials. You know, just like I said about Lauren Boebert, and I know you guys hate when I bring this up, but if you're going to go out there and act like an asshole, be a lunatic, get groped in public, break all the laws and the rules, and flip people off and be a piece of shit, you know, acting like a shithead and whatnot, you shouldn't be an elected official. You're representing your constituents. So when you go out there and you act like that, yeah, of course people are going to say things about you. That's not professional at all. And when you're an elected official, you're not really off the clock. You're just on the clock all the time, especially if you're going to hold a rally. So, yeah, of course, you know, having fun is great and all, but when you're talking politics and running the country, people don't usually want to vote for the person that's jumping around and sweating their ass off and acting like just an imbecile, you know, on stage while blasting loud, inappropriate rap music, having people screaming, you know, fuck this and fuck that. What kind of, you know, professional political rally is that? You know, President Trump swears every now and then, but he's not going off. You know, it's not a rap concert. It's not like that at all. So I don't know. I just thought it was very unprofessional, and of course it's blue team out here doing it. So if you speak bad against it, then you're a bigot and whatever. So they can eat my ass with a spoon. But anyways, next up we have Biden resorts to cheap fake to make President Trump's crowd seems smaller. This is nice and weak and pathetic from Old Man Walter's administration. We would expect nothing less out of them. It's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat and see what you hooligans think about AOC bouncing around like a jacked up chipmunk. Bruce by you. Don't be an asshole. Yeah, that's all it takes. That's all it takes. Slotbot. Slotbot. Thoughtbot has slapped AOC. Thank goodness, Thoughtbot. Somebody needed to do it. You know, I gotta make those slappies in the face great again. Fuck. It's Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Zero. Tim Scott will be there. Yeah, I like Tim Scott. To me, he's like the Macho Man or like the Hulk Hogan of politics. He gets out there and he's got that booming voice and he's got all that energy. I like Tim Scott. I think he's a great accessory to politics for sure. Breeze by you, AOC tries too hard to be relevant. Well, yeah, she thinks that she's 16 and on TikTok all the time. So, of course, going out there and acting like an imbecile is a great way to get likes and views on your TikTok, but it doesn't do much when you're supposed to be looked at like a professional elected official, you know? So, she has to realize there's a difference between existing on TikTok and being a person in the real world. I'm surprised she didn't roll an ankle doing that. I know I would. I couldn't be jumping around like that. Maybe that's it. I'm just jealous. I'm just jealous because I can't be bouncing around stage like that. I'd roll an ankle and take myself out. No, thank you. Yep. We got here, hair juicer. Ew, what is this? Support a Palestinian family. Meet the hoot something. The something something family. Let me see. Trying to make sure. Can I crop this? I'll try and do something. Well, I'm not going to put that on the live because I don't know if it's going to expose where you work or not, hair juicer, so I'm not going to show everybody that. But that's some soft shit. I'd be like, doink. I'd pull that paper right down. Fuck those people. Live review, happy freedom to you. It's not as hot today as it was yesterday, but my house certainly feels like it. Damn high humidity. That's how it is here too. It's not very hot outside, but it's like the water just sticks right to your skin. You're just, it's like you're not even sweating, you know what I mean? You're just wet. You're just existing and wet at the same time, like Lady Hooligans. Anyways, we're just reading through a little bit more, and we'll get on to this next one. Zero, Jeff needs some chicken bacon. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right, y'all ready? We need some chicken bacon in our life, so you got to hit it like Chicken bacon, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, bacon, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, chicken, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, bacon, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, chicken. You know, that's way better than having a rap rally. You just hit a little chicken bacon, get your little and you're good. And you're good to go. Okay, so no more mishaps, no more misspeaking. Let's move onward. True American, run the dehumidifier in your home. Just a tip. I could. That air conditioner that Cassandra sent me does everything. It does everything. So I could, and it probably would help, although right now I have all the windows open and stuff, but I might do that later. It's a good suggestion, True American. Kevin, the Liberals lost a seat last night in the election. They held over for 30 years. I didn't realize that, Kevin. That's badass. That is badass. What's up, Enter User? Happy Freedom. Dropping the bacon in the chat. Very American of you. Paul, did you hear about the dumbass lost in the woods for 10 days? I did see the image of him. He looked like he crawled out from a cave or something. He was like all dusty and white and gray, and I don't know what happened. Something about a mountain lion was chasing him. I don't know. I seen the image. I seen a little bit of context, but I haven't heard the whole story yet. Moose Girl Scott is very well spoken. I agree. I think Tim Scott's a pretty good guy. If he was VP, I wouldn't be mad at it. True American, hey, they showed Biden walking upstairs and didn't fall. That's a real cheap fake. True American, you're not wrong. It's like, hold up. We know old man Walter can't handle those stairs. Don't you lie to us. Mandela, I watch political rap and can't wait to see what they say about this. I think it's funny that they're out there rapping, but they didn't show like Ben Shapiro rapping. It's funny how everyone forgot about that. Remember Ben Shapiro? I think it's Ben Shapiro and Tom McDonald or something. Where'd that go? That was big news when it came out, and now I don't hear anybody talking about it. What do you mean? You ain't got that on your playlist? Paul, yeah, we're going to show the debate. The debate will be shown Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Rumble and jeffmaclive.com. Pumpkin, I have a feeling most of the hostages are dead. That's usually how hostages work. The thought that terrorists would release a hostage is a dream. That's a dream. Why would a terrorist release a hostage? What's the point of that? You take a hostage so you have leverage. You kill them so you don't have to take care of them. And then you use their false existence to work your leverage. And then when you get what you want, you walk away. That's what terrorists do, you know, and it makes sense when you say it out loud. So I don't know why the news plays these stupid games at all. I've seen real evil in person. So I don't know. Thinking you have grace with real evil doesn't make sense to me. And so, yeah, I don't know. The news is pulling on heartstrings and stuff. I don't know a lot about the Middle East, but I know if they got hostages, they're probably gone. They just probably are. That's the reality of the situation. And I know that just made everybody mad, but, you know, truth hurts sometimes. Moose Girl, I think Scott is top 3 for VP pick. I mean, I could see that. Like I said, I think he's a pretty good guy. David, I always feel like hearing Jeff's commentary is my common sense speaking out loud. Yeah, David, that's what all of us are doing. That's why we're all in this together. So we don't have to feel like we're alone, because you speak online, you get censored and all that shit. And so you just constantly have this feeling like you're surrounded by trans people and protesters and other liberals that are radicalized. But it's because the way the internet is censored that conservatives are pulled down. Of course, you're going to feel like you're being overwhelmed by radicalized liberals. But in the real world, you don't see that many liberals. Common sense, individual thinking people, you know, where you're not following a path, you're just looking at things and you're based in reality. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, and political affiliation doesn't matter and doesn't sway the opinion. That's the majority of people out there. You just can't tell by watching the internet because it's so manipulated. And that's what makes what we do so special, is because we can get together and keep cool. We can keep cool. We don't have to keep questioning our own sanity and shit, because we're all, you know, still thinking and whatnot. So that's what is a huge benefit about being a part of the hooligan communities, like on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com, because then it's real social media. You're seeing things posted that make sense and stuff. You're not coming across 100 posts of children, little boys wearing dresses and random stupid shit like that. Censorship, like YouTube's fucking bullshit over there. So, just saying, I hear you. I hear you, David. Appeal to having common sense. Where did it go? Because a lot of people don't have that anymore. Yeah. Yup. Moose Girl, lefties with their head up their asses. Yep, Jeff. Yeah. Yep. I don't know how they breathe with their head so far up their ass, but they found a way. They found a way. What's up, silly Emma? Happy freedom to you. And what's up, Lena? Appreciate you joining us, and happy freedom to you, Pag. Pag, they're acting like they're having a high school pep rally. Yeah, Pag, that's exactly what it's like. You notice they didn't show the crowd. They didn't show the crowd from that angle. I seen AOC jumping around in a different clip where you could see the crowd. She shouldn't have been talking so much about President Trump coming to the Bronx, considering the crowd that she pulled. She's from the Bronx. She represents the Bronx, but couldn't pull as many people as President Trump. After she was talking all that shit about how President Trump shouldn't even be in the Bronx, he's not welcome in the Bronx, and the only reason he's holding a rally is because he's on house arrest, which none of that's true. And then she went out there acting like Crackhead the Squirrel and pulled a whole 25 people to the fucking rally. So, eat shit, AOC. Go get you a spoon. Yeah, Leah, I get a little riled up. Passionate about my freedom. What's up, be a blessing? Happy freedom. Deez, you think Scott is a rhino? What makes you think that? I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I haven't heard anything bad about Tim Scott. So if you have something that influences you to think that he's a rhino, like he's somebody that doesn't care about Americans, he's just there for a paycheck, I'm definitely interested to hear that, because I haven't heard anyone talk about Tim Scott like that. Jerry, you just quit smoking? Well, congratulations. That's really badass. That is not something that everyone can do, so congratulations to you. Kalikaku. Rumble's working great. A few seconds behind YouTube, but that could be the browser. There's a lot of different factors that can affect that. James is blazing in Florida today. I bet. I have a hard time being in Florida. I used to go visit all the time because my grandpa had a house down there. BC, I heard he's not pro Second Amendment. I haven't heard anything like that. If you guys find that kind of information, send it to me so I can get a better opinion about Tim Scott, because I haven't heard any of that other stuff. Livid Review, stay strong, Jerry. You can do it. Absolutely, Livid Review. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, what are we looking at next? Ah, yes. Biden resorts to cheap fakes to make Trump's crowd seem smaller. Man, did this backfire on him. Old Man Walter needs to give it up. Every day we share something that Biden shared in an attempt to kick down President Trump's sandcastle. So he can say, oh, look at mine. Mine's great. You know, like that's what he does. That's what Blue Team does. They burn the shit down and then they build a shack and they're like, look at the great things I've done. And every time Old Man Walter does it, he's just shooting himself in the foot. Stop trying to do the shit talking thing with President Trump, because you can't hang. So let's go ahead and get this rolling. Once again, this is Biden resorts to cheap fake to make Trump's crowd seem smaller.
Donald Trump went to Philadelphia and bought cheesesteaks. Joe Biden saw it and sold cheap fakes. The Biden campaign posting a picture, a photograph, comparing Trump's event on Saturday to one that Biden hosted back in November of 2022 at the same venue. Let's take a closer look, however. Like the full Trump crowd, for example. Now, what about the full Biden crowd from the 2022 event? Check this out. And thanks to Costa Gloripaolo, who provided us with this. But, the crooks in the White House, they cropped the photos in such a way, the way they do in your newspapers to corrupt the story. For President Trump, of course, it was wall-to-wall. And for Joe Biden, the arena cut in half. What's that about cheap fakes again? You know what can't be faked?
Hey. Hello, sir. How are you doing today?
Good. How you doing, man?
And how are you doing today? It's a pleasure to meet both of you.
Got myself,
This is for you, ma'am.
Oh,
and this is for you, sir.
All right. And this is a tip for you. I know it's all been paid.
Thank you so much.
I'll give you $500. You guys all split it up.
Thank you.
I say this. Great things happen in Philadelphia. Let's go. Let's go, baby.
So, Jason, propaganda and editing at its worst, right? And it's the old cropped photo. We'll just show you this much and say it's real big, and we'll edit all that out. And then Joe Biden going to get a cheesesteak, very, very sad. One person, an employee, I think, and Trump goes in to buy a cheesesteak, and it turns into a concert.
Yeah, I can't say how that worked out, because I've been in situations where the president is around and you can't get anywhere near him. So I don't know how that works. But I will say I'm sick of this on both sides. Just like we saw the tight angle and they made it seem like Joe Biden was wandering off and he was clearly speaking to someone and giving him the thumbs up. And this is ridiculous. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how large your crowd is, or Chris Rock would be president. It comes down to votes. Last time, Joe Biden got more votes than Donald Trump. We'll see what happens this time.
Yes, we will. And I still haven't seen that wide angle from the G7 in Italy that shows all the people that Joe Biden had wandered off to.
I'll send it to you.
He was
wandering off. He was wandered off multiple times.
Oh my God.
And
he wanders off all the time.
Has gaffes every.
I forgot to tell you that the black dude, he's anti-Trump. Look at his face. He wants to cry.
The bubble, the Secret Service bubble. And I got to say, President Trump walks into the crowd.
Yeah.
He's got leggings on, it looks like. Gay boy.
Love about Donald Trump. He's very authentic. He's someone who connects with the average Joe, like the everyday American. And there was a little kid who had the Donald Trump wig on. Almost, he was crying because he signed I think it was $100 bill for for the boy. And that's a part of the president that the left-wing media, they don't want to show, because they know that that's the type of guy who connects with the working class here in America.
That's a lot of propaganda at its most every day, right?
Well, and this is what's important to remember is obviously cheesesteaks come from Philadelphia, but cheap fakes come from Harvard University. I thought there was something weird about when KJP started leaning into this term, which I'd never heard of before. So it turns out it's from a disgraced academic, Joan Donovan, who was actually fired from Harvard. She was basically a denier of the Hunter Biden laptop. And this academic who coined the term cheap fakes literally wrote a book 2 years ago about how memes threaten democracy. So that is what the Biden administration is leaning onto. Meantime, you have the Biden campaign posting cheap fakes of Biden with 17 jump cuts, like it's the Matrix. Right. So they're the ones leaning into it.
Strategy.
Oops. Here we go. Yep, there's no comparison between Old Man Walter and the Orange Eagle. As much as they try and throw shade at the Orange Eagle, he has to actually be a bad person or do bad for it to work. Like, how do you talk shit about the guy winning? You just sound jealous, Old Man Walter, and the fact that you try and crop these videos or these images or even manipulate media at all to try and make him look bad is just weak and pathetic. That's all it is. And the fact that he's posting that on the official POTUS account on Twitter makes it so much worse. So much worse. You have the CIA at your disposal, and you can't even make good memes and videos and shit. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Out here talking bad about the Orange Eagle, you can't even back it up. You gotta lie about the whole damn thing. Just give up. Just tap out. Call it a day. We're ready for the Orange Eagle. You can't make him look bad. It's just too late. They should have thought about this the last 4 years while they were burning down the country. They should have thought, what the fuck are we going to do in 2024 when it's time to talk about the great things we've done and we haven't done shit? Obviously, they're not going to be able to steal another election. That's not going to happen. And fuck YouTube if they want to give me a strike over that shit. Fuck them. Anyways, it's stupid. It's stupid. I don't know what blue team's been doing the last 4 years other than burning the country down, because it doesn't seem like they planned for this at all. They must have thought we'd have had full-blown communism by now and we weren't going to be voting again. I don't know what they were thinking, because their strategy for the 2024 election is dog shit. Try harder and do better, you lazy bastards. Anyways, next up we have Levitt. My CNN ouster proved Team Trump's point about fairness. This is, I can't think of her name. I wrote it down somewhere. Oh, I think I wrote it in the title, which would have been a smart thing to do. Karoline Leavitt versus CNN. I believe this happened either yesterday or the day before, but CNN couldn't handle those truth bombs being dropped by Mrs. Leavitt there. And it's a pretty good one. Some of you guys were telling me about it yesterday, so we went ahead and got the video. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat and see what you hooligans think about blue team trying to lie about the Orange Eagle. Breeze by you, memes threaten democracy. What a bunch of bullshit. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I wish they'd actually come out with some memes instead of doing this goofy video stuff that old man Walter keeps doing, because they hired a bunch of Gen Zers or whatever to go and be memers for the White House, so I wish they'd go ahead and get on that so we can just make fun of that shit too. So Nooks, he does look like he's wearing leggings. Yeah, he's probably got a man pond stuck up his butthole too, I don't doubt it. He's like, well, Biden got more votes. You mean the dead people? You mean the dead people's votes? Those don't count, you dumbass. Stupid. So stupid. Leavitt Review, Tim Scott voted to certify the 2020 election. Interesting, Leavitt Review. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's not good. Yeah, that's not good. I didn't know that. Thank you for letting me know, Leavitt Review. Astro Hammer, it's like losing a best friend, but you got this, Jerry. It's true, Astro Hammer. It does kind of feel like that. You get those habits of going out after you eat or smoking a cig when you first wake up. But you'll replace it with bigger and better things. You'll always have the memories, but you don't always have to be a smoker. You can walk away from it. We got your back, Jerry. Resistance, you don't think they will try and steal the election again? Oh, I think they will try. I just don't think they will. Because there's just too much. There's just too much eyes on it. They don't have big scary COVID to worry about. They can't black out the windows. They can't force you to wear a mask. They can't force you to be 6 feet apart from each other. They can't force you on the outside of the building. They can't act like, they can't make up new rules on the spot in the name of COVID. They can't do any of that. And so that's obviously going to affect them. The other thing is everybody's worried about it. So because they successfully did it in 2020. So everyone's worried about it. So like I said, they'll either let this roll or they're going to steal the election and everyone's going to turn this shit into 1776. So there's only so many ways this can go. They can either let the election run the way it's supposed to, a fit and fair election that's accurate, and then they could try and steal the election, or they could try and do something bad to the Orange Eagle. But any of the later two smells like 1776. Not that that's what I want. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. You think America's going to live without hope and then do another 4 years of this? They're not. That's not going to happen. People are going to lose their fucking marbles. The only reason they haven't yet is the hope that the Orange Eagle will come in 2024. But like I said, they steal the election or they fucking do something bad to President Trump. What's the point of waiting around anymore? There won't be. People have had enough. So, yeah, I definitely think they're going to give it a try. I don't think they're going to be successful, though, because I think the consequences are going to be revolutionary. Side Dog, they do have millions of new voters. That is true. But they're already here in the country. Why would they do anything? They don't even follow the laws. Why would they go vote? Now, I'm not saying they're not going to. Some will. That's the whole point. They imported 22 million illegals into the country. But now they're here, just like any other criminal. Once you give them what they want, they're not really going to stick to the deal anymore. So we don't necessarily have to worry about 22 million illegals voting, but a good percentage are going to try and vote because they feel that's what let them into the country in the first place, is they're here to vote. So because the flyers that the Biden administration is handing out outside of the country tells them to come here to vote for Biden because they need 4 more years of this administration. And they're selling it to illegal aliens by saying, hey, if you want free access to America, all you have to do is vote for Biden when you get here. So I understand there is that encouragement for them to do it. But like I said, criminals, once you give them what they want, they don't really stick to the plan anymore. You've already given them what they asked for. They have no reason to keep singing and dancing for you. So we'll see how it goes, but like I said, we just gotta stay focused. Vote for the Orange Eagle because it's much easier to vote in November than it is to fight in a civil war, revolution, whatever you want to call it. Pumpkin, they've been stealing our money the last 3 years. Oh man, they've been just running us through the machine. Cody, happy freedom to you. Oh, the debate is going to be good. Go Trump 2024. Heck yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. Kalikaku, at least Newsmax is in a complete echo chamber in any case, but yeah, I like Newsmax. I think they're doing better than any of the other mainstream news. Pumpkin, last time old man Walter cheated, yeah, and the black dude fell for it in that video. What a dumbass. Lightman, eat peaches if you can. Just need her to take her pants off. All right, let's see. What's up, Red Bear? Happy freedom. Pag, big fuck you to that anti-Trump piece of shit. Yeah. Mr. Beansy Beans. Those Twisted Tea pineapples keep staring at me saying, drink me. I believe it, Mr. Beansy Beans. I want to try the pineapple ones. I haven't seen that yet. I mean, I seen it on the website, but I haven't seen it sold locally. So I'm excited to see what you think about it. I prefer the raspberry ones, but I like the originals too. Or actually, I prefer the peach ones, then the raspberry, then the originals. The half and halves are okay. I'm not a huge fan of it. And then there's pineapple, and I think there's also watermelon, but those aren't available to me where I live. Mr. Beans Beans, no more years of Biden, please God, no. I know. All of us are sitting here screaming that. Grey Wolf, the libtards are stealing money from FEMA to rig and steal 2024 like they did in 2020. I don't know. When push comes to shove, we're the ones that got guns and they don't. They're the ones screaming that guns need to be taken away, so... You know what I mean? I'm not worried about it. Fuck them assholes. So I hope everything just goes smooth and I just keep that mindset. Because being June, I could piss my pants mad right now about what they may or may not do in November. But why ruin today's day when we got 5 months or whatever? You know, so try and stay focused. Don't wear that weight of the world. It's not worth it. You know what I mean? The world doesn't care about you as much as you care about it, so don't carry that weight around. Focus on being happy, making good choices, and outliving the evil around you, and we'll worry about the 2024 election when it's time. Gotta keep them hopes high. Got to. Appreciate you being here. It's weird to have YouTube around. True Crazy, happy freedom to you. It is very heartwarming to see your original profile picture. It has been a long time. We're actually testing something right now, True Crazy. All right, hooligans, we're going to get on to this next one. This next one is this person's name that I can't ever remember, even though I've looked it up 3 or 4 times. This is so-and-so Levitt. She was versing CNN. She was actually a guest on CNN, and she was just dropping facts about President Trump versus old man Walter. And, man, they didn't like that, so they had to cut her mic off and pretty much close the interview abruptly because, you know, they're not lying. And CNN, they love lying around there. So anyways, that's coming up next. But first, I got to remind you guys, if you'd like to join the membership program over on Rumble, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and you're using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So you got to go to rumble.com, come to the live, hop in the chat. Like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you'll see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, screaming goat emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, so definitely go get you a membership for Rumble. Let's see. Let's get this pulled up. Can't remember her name. It's either Karoline or Catherine. Karoline, that's what it is. Karoline Levitt, which now that you can see her, that is the pretty lady on the right there. That is Miss Levitt. She was a little too honest on CNN, and man, they didn't like that, so they had to cut this interview short. Let's go ahead and get this rolling here. Once again, this is Levitt. My CNN ouster proved Team Trump's point about fairness.
Take someone 5 minutes to Google Jake Tapper, Donald Trump, to see that Jake Tapper has consistently,
we're going to stop this interview if you're going to keep attacking my colleagues.
Adolf Hitler.
Ma'am, I'm going to stop this interview if you continue to attack my colleagues. I would like to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work for.
Yes.
If you are here to speak on his behalf, I am willing to have this conversation.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay,
now,
I'm sorry, guys. We're going to come back out to the panel. Karoline, thank you very much for your time. You are welcome to come back at any point. She is welcome.
All right, so CNN defended Tapper and Bash in a statement saying, quote, Jake Tapper and Dana Bash are well-respected veteran journalists who have covered politics for more than 5 decades combined. They've got extensive experience moderating major political debates, including CNN's primary debate this cycle. There are no two people better equipped to co-moderate a substantial fact-based discussion, and we look forward to that debate on June 27th in Atlanta. For more on that, let's welcome in Trump 2024 National Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt. Karoline, I don't know if I'm your first interview of the day today, but we will not be cutting off your microphones. We will not be cutting this interview short. How are you 24 hours after that debacle yesterday?
Well, thank you, Rob, very much. And we're doing great. The team is glad that our point has been proven, which is that Jake Tapper and Dana Bash are not veteran journalists. They are not unbiased litigators of facts. No, they are anti-Trump activists, really. And they both have a long history of anti-Trump statements that the world now knows about because CNN couldn't take the truth yesterday, censored me, kicked me off their program. And so now everyone has been talking about Jake Tapper's comments throughout the years, such as saying President Trump's presidency was a long American nightmare, such as comparing President Trump to Adolf Hitler many times, which is disgusting and egregious. And again, our point has been proven that President Trump is knowingly walking in to a hostile 3-on-1 debate on Thursday night, but he's doing that to deliver on his promise to debate Joe Biden anytime, anywhere, any place, and he is going to win this debate on Thursday.
Yeah, Karoline, why did Donald Trump agree to this debate? You know, if you're not happy with Jake Tapper and Dana Bash, and trust me, I get that, and I said this a month ago when everything was being negotiated, but why would the Trump team agree to this if a couple days before the debate you're going to start kind of complaining about it?
Well, our fearless leader, President Trump, challenged Joe Biden to debate anytime, anywhere, any place. And the only reason we're having these debates and having them so early is because President Trump kept his foot on the gas and was consistent in his challenge of Joe Biden. And Biden was really backed into a corner. You remember on the Howard Stern radio show, he was asked, will you debate Trump? And he said yes. And that was against the will of his own advisors. There was talk for a while that there would be no debates at all. But of course, it's great for the American people to see these two candidates up on the stage. And so because of President Trump's challenge to Joe Biden, he finally accepted. And here we are. Joe Biden obviously feels most comfortable on a stage at CNN. And that's okay. That's okay with President Trump. That's okay with us, because President Trump has such a strong record from his first term in office. He has such an aspirational vision to make this country great again in another 4 years. And he engages in hostile media interviews all the time. This is part of his daily schedule. He just had a huge rally in Philadelphia on Saturday night. Before that, he was in a cheesesteak shop in Philly taking questions directly from American voters. So, yes, this is hostile territory for President Trump, but it's not unfamiliar territory.
No, I get that. I guess
he's ready for that.
I'm wondering what if Friday morning you're on with me and Trump doesn't have a good night? You know, Tapper and Bash, whatever happens, Trump doesn't have a good night. What will you say then?
Well, he's going to have a great night because he's well prepared. He's focused on the issues. And this debate, no matter what, is going to serve as an opportunity for the American people to see their two choices on the ballot on November 5th. They can look at an incompetent commander-in-chief in Joe Biden, who has allowed a border invasion, who has hiked up the cost of everything from groceries to rent to gas, who has created war around this world because of his weak foreign policy. Or they can look at President Trump, who is clearly much stronger, much more fit to lead this nation for another 4 years, and they will be reminded of just how much better their lives were under his policy. So this is going to be a great opportunity for President Trump to highlight his strength with Joe Biden's weakness, and that will be proven on Thursday night.
Donald Trump went.
There we go. Yep. We will be covering the debate Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be a good time, so make sure you're over on Rumble or jeffmaclive.com because we're not able to show it anywhere else. It's not my fault, so don't be mad at me about it. Go ahead and write your favorite video platform if you got a problem with that. Tell them to stop sucking that communism wiener. Start allowing some videos, you know. But either way, until that happens, you're going to have to make your way to either Rumble or jeffmaclive.com. Thursday, like I said, 9 p.m. Eastern time, we will be covering the debate. It's going to be fun. We're even going to have drinking rules. So hopefully you'll meet us there. Next up, we have CNN says they're, well, okay, here we go. Let's just hop right into this because this proves my point. And it keeps the theme going. So, Post Millennial posted this. Says, revealed CNN threatens YouTube channels that plan to provide Trump-Biden debate commentary. Which is exactly what I do. And so, like I said, before CNN or YouTube or any of those people came out and said that, I already knew they were going to be coming after us because they did the same exact thing for the CNN town hall with President Trump, which was an awesome live. But we got a strike over on Twitch because of copyright. And we're not going to debate the semantics of copyright. I am well within my right to do what I am doing. All of you who are Americans in the chat have the same exact right. So we're not going to debate the semantics of copyright infringement and whatever. I'm within my right to do this, just as you are if you're an American. So they're just, you know, they don't want people stating the obvious during any cable television, whatever. Plus, on top of that, they can't get views. People don't pay for cable anymore. Nobody watches this bullshit anymore. It's cheaper to just watch the internet or have Netflix or something like that. People don't watch cable television. So they also don't want you coming to a channel like mine to watch the debate instead of going to the CNN channel on cable. So that's the big thing of why they're doing this. This is the struggle. You know, we're talking about the streaming services and whatnot. I keep bringing up, you guys should be buying DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff right now because people are getting sick of these streaming platforms who are continuing to up the prices and even make you watch ads, which was the whole reason we left cable in the first place. And pretty soon people will be resorting back to cable, satellite, and DVDs. You will see DVD prices go from $1 to $30 again. So go ahead and beat the crowd. Go out there and buy DVDs. I've been buying them like crazy. I got a stack right here. Let's see. I didn't buy these. These were gifted to me. But either way, I've been collecting lots of DVDs. I got 30-something new DVDs I just bought the other day. Because they're cheap right now. Because people think the DVDs are going away. They're not. Watch them come back. Go ahead and get the Jeff was right all typed out in the chat because it's only a matter of time. People will be going back to DVDs and they'll be $30 again. So take my advice if you want it. Go get your DVDs while they're cheap because shit's going to be changing. Back to the point of all of this, we will be showing the presidential debate from CNN's bullshit on Rumble as well as jeffmaclive.com. So definitely look forward to that. Next up, we got this, let me see, I just showed the CNN thing, so we will be moving to second before last video. You left us no choice. Fire authority resorts to comedy for serious fireworks safety warning. This is sort of our good video of the day. It's coming up next. Of course, we're going to read through the chat, but this video that we will be covering is some fire authority, and this is their safety message to not blow yourself up for Independence Day, which I think is good advice, and that's what makes this upcoming video our good video of the day. So before we get into that, of course, we are going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about what happened to Levitt and CNN's little, back and forth, as well as CNN just openly saying they're going to censor anyone who is showing the debate because they're struggling on their view numbers. Snooks, we're going to have a great time here Thursday night. FJB, go down. Yep. It's going to be awesome, Snooks. I'm really excited about it. Zero, they don't want people to see it. CNN wants to control what is seen. You're absolutely right, Zero. You are absolutely right. Breeze, why you stayed up too late. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Leavitt review, the more they silence Trump, the more people wake up. Yeah. Yeah. Because what they don't realize is special treatment is a really big thing right now. It has lots of value because of all the Democrats demanding special treatment for either their skin color or some self-diagnosed mental illness that they learned off TikTok. You know, so gimme my special treatment. Well, then they see everyone treating Trump in a special kind of way. And all the normies are like, wait a minute, why are you giving President Trump all this special treatment? He's not special. He's a bad guy. So then they got to look into, why is he getting special treatment? Because it's all smoke and mirrors and bullshit. And so they're red pilling themselves by giving President Trump special treatment unintentionally. Like, they don't see it as that. They don't see it, you know, they're in the forest, so they can't see the tree line. You know what I'm trying to say here? Like, they can't tell what they're doing because they're trying to be like, yeah, everything's great. And at the other time, keep, you know, knocking down President Trump. But people have woken up to it. Why are you giving him special treatment? I thought he's a bad guy. And then they go get red pilled. And hey, that's what happens. Everything comes full circle, and that's what we're watching happen right now. Oh my God, Sam, I can't read that out loud, but that is hilarious. Leavitt review, they're only going to hurt themselves. Biden is unfit, and they're going to show their hand by silencing Trump. You're right, Leavitt review. And I think it's going to be super obvious, Old Man Walter's decline, when we're on the debate stage, and there's nobody around there to kind of smoke screen his stumbles, mumbles, shuffles, things like that. You know, he's normally surrounded by people. So if he trips and falls or misspeaks, they can just blame it on somebody else. They ain't going to be able to do that in the debate. America's going to see Old Man Walter for what he is, and it's going to be something to see. RK, how dare you speak the truth? I know. Exactly. They silenced her because she was being too honest. Huh. Breeze by you, damn, that news bitch is a bitch. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And they didn't even play the whole video. She had this very clunky, awkward, cringy exit out of that interview. Like, she had like one eye kind of open, the other eye not open, and she was trying to be all politically correct. Just brain glitching, buffering going on. It was, what a mess. What a mess. Here, Juicer, want to see something hot? I do, but if it's your butthole, I'm going to be upset. Wow, thank you so much, Mandela, for that $50 donation on Rumble. You're awesome. Thank you so much for the support. Heck yeah. So awesome. What a badass. What's up, Raven? Happy freedom. Welcome back to the chat. Paul, debate the debate will break records, I think. I agree, Paul. I think it's going to be all eyes on this debate. Like I said, it's like watching two gang leaders get in the same room. Tension's going to be high. And our user, I hope Trump's team will have their own recording of the debate. They probably will. I don't know if it will stream live. I am kind of wondering how we're going to get this debate live. Like, how are we going to get this? Because I don't have cable television to show it from. But we'll figure it out. I have confidence we'll figure it out now with Trump showing it live. I don't know if they will or if they'll wait till afterwards. The debate will end and we'll see Trump's team start releasing clips and stuff from a different point of view, or even showing things that were censored. You know what I mean? Parts where they cut to commercial or whatever, to try and deter you from seeing the truth, right? And then maybe Trump team will have that opportunity to be like, hey, while you guys were watching commercials, this is what actually happened, and shows Old Man Walter falling or being injected or drinking orange juice sauce, or you know what I mean? So I think it's going to be interesting. I think Thursday is going to be interesting. Cody, I got hundreds of DVDs, all porn though. Well, hey. Hey, it's still better than paying for it. You know, it's better than having to pay the hub or any of that stuff. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Keep you a collection. Calax says that her and her husband have a collection that they inherited. They said they were going to ship it to me. I only require some signatures. I love it when hooligans send me gifts, especially if they sign them. I got like a Hall of Fame. That's kind of what this is over here, but I got a lot of stuff that doesn't fit on the shelf that's in my room. Like I don't even know what to call it. I don't know what, like a Hall of Fame. So it's like I've received a lot of gifts from you hooligans over the years, and getting autograph gifts is awesome. I love it. I keep everything, like everything. Every letter you guys have ever sent me, even the envelopes. I keep everything because I feel one day I'll be old, and maybe this won't be going on anymore, and I'll always be able to look back and see what we did while we were able to do this. And so I preserve everything that you guys give me, so I will have that when I'm an old man to look back on and see all the great things we do, because I get a lot of shit about never leaving the house or doing things. I don't get to go on vacation. I don't get to go to music festivals. I don't get to go to events. I don't really get to have a life because I choose to do this. It's my choice to work so hard, and because of that, and because I enjoy this, I keep everything. So when I look back, this is parts of my life. These are memories that we're making together, and we're surviving 2020 and so on. All the bullshit, the mandates, the stolen elections, the sham trials, all that stuff. We're enduring it together. We're building these memories together, and so I keep all of it. Sure, Crazy Raven's a troll. Yeah, I think he's a Canadian Democrat. Actually, so actually, True Crazy, you know, being the Canadian hooligan you are, he's right up your alley there. So let the troll off begin. Garlic Press, God bless the people that are trying to get out the real truth. Absolutely, Garlic Press. Absolutely. TBD. Come out on stage with a chocolate chip ice cream cone and give it to Biden. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen during the commercial break. I'm like, all right, and go. And you're going to see somebody with a headset scurry out there real quick. Here you go. Here you go, old man Walter. That's what's going to happen. I'm trying to find someone in the chat. Someone said hello to me during a video, and I didn't get to say hello back, and I don't want them to feel like I'm ignoring them. I care so much. Why can't I find it? I want to say it was TJ or JT Tyler or something like that. I'm trying to find you. Tyler P. Happy freedom to you. Appreciate you joining us in the live. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? No hooligans left behind. Puff stuff. No prez. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to say that. He ain't the president over here. Old man Walter, that's not him. What's up, Shiny Red Knob? Happy freedom. What's up, Melissa? Appreciate you joining us. Trigger crazy. Yes. All right, we're going to get into what I would consider our good video of the day, because they try to be humorous and it is about your own safety. So to me, that equals a good video. They could have did a little bit better with the production and whatnot, but either way, this is, you've left us no choice. Fire authority resorts to comedy for serious fireworks safety warning. Obviously talking about Independence Day that's coming up here in America. But before we get into that, I want to remind you guys, if you would like to support the live to keep us running, please use the link tree in order to find all the links so you could send donations through PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, and you can even send crypto. Either way, we're going to get into our good video of the day. Of course, as you can hear, it's got goofy little music. Oh, YouTube can't hear the music. We'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. Like I said, this is our good video of the day because it is supposed to be humorous and it is about your safety, and I care about both. So this is, you've left us no choice. Fire authority resorts to comedy for serious fireworks safety warning. criminals. Obviously, that's not the American way. But I do want you hooligans to be safe for Independence Day, and we'll have a lot between now and then. So don't you worry. I love Independence Day. We'll be talking about it a lot. I'm trying to get out these 4th of July t-shirts. Trying really hard. I wasn't intending on having a fever, passing out early, or having a crazy storm yesterday. So that kind of fucked yesterday's plans up. But I will try my damnedest today to get those 4th of July t-shirts put together, as well as the hooligan swimsuits. I know that would have been great during the heat wave we've been going through, but I've just been a busy hooligan with the website and whatnot. So I will try today to get that stuff put together. Of course, I'm going to release announcements when that happens. So look forward to new 4th of July t-shirts over at the merch store, as well as some hooligan bathing suits. What I'm trying to do is obviously swim trunks for the dudes, because we're nice and simple. And then for the ladies, I'm trying to do your tops and bottoms separate, because I know when you buy it all together, either the top don't fit or the bottom don't fit. You got your titties flying out, or your bottoms are all tied up in the ass end. I understand. I grew up with women, so I'm trying to give you a way to be able to select your top separate from your bottom while still having both match. So I'm working on that. I will try to have that done later today. So definitely look forward to the announcement when I drop it. We're going to read through the chat really quick. And we got our funny video of the day coming up next. Our funny video of the day is titled, and it's a funny one. It's titled, I didn't see that coming. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat and see what you hooligans think about our good video of the day. Snooks, I don't need a top. I don't believe in them. Yeah, see, and I'm trying to provide that option as well, Snooks. That way you don't have to spend the extra money on the top if you're just looking for some bottoms. Sam, thrown in reverse, Terry? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Our Independence Day was kind of sucking here in Michigan for a while. We weren't allowed to have fireworks or anything, but I think we're good now. A couple years ago, they changed it back. Shiny Red Knob, I went to a professional firework display one time. The whole lot went off at once. Anyone could do that. Yeah, Shiny Red Knob. Here, when they do the official fireworks, like in Ludington, they light them off the break wall. They have the fire department do it. And I think they do the same thing for New Year's in Ludington when they do the ball drop, is that they have the fire department light off fireworks from the top of the building surrounding the ball drop. I think that's what they mean, but what they're saying is they don't want you lighting off fireworks, because if you burn something down, they have a hard time holding you accountable, because everyone in town is lighting off fireworks. So I think that's the real point of the story, but I just don't want to see anything bad to happen to any hooligans, even Raven. Paul, I dislike fireworks because of dogs. Yeah. It does drive the dogs crazy. One time when I was a young lad still and I was living with my dad, we came home and the whole, from the about your waistline down of a door had everything scraped off of it, because the dog was losing its marbles and home alone and was trying to get away from the sound into the next room, and almost carved a hole through the door to get into the next room. And we came home before the dog successfully made it through the door. But that was one of the craziest things I've ever seen as far as animals go, just losing their marbles and stuff. So I can definitely understand what you mean, Paul. Melissa Jeffafa. Yep. That's actually what my sister calls me. Pumpkin, fireworks scares the cats. Yeah, I can't. There's not a lot of fireworks where I live. I think everybody goes elsewhere, because I live in a really small area. So if you light your house on fire, everybody's house is on fire. So I think people go elsewhere. I've never had a problem with big explosions, Klaus Daniels getting all poofy-tailed or anything like that. But I know cats don't like them either. The animals, they can hear on different frequencies than we can hear. We can only hear between 20 hertz and 20,000 hertz. And even most people can't even hear 20,000 hertz. You can only hear about 16K or something like that. Animals, though, they're way high up in the spectrum, way above 20,000 hertz. And that's why you can't hear dog whistles and stuff. It's beyond our audio spectrum ability, because of our ears and how our brain processes audio, the vibrations and the airwaves and whatnot. So yeah, it's hard to really understand what an animal can hear, but explosions to them probably gives them PTSD, where for us, we're just screaming America. Breeze by you. House is closed here, but sometimes but someone always does fireworks in the field across the street all night long. Yeah, Breeze by you. There's always that one guy. Garlic Press, I had to turn in a neighbor years ago because they were shooting bottle rockets off and they were landing in my yard and on my roof and setting off quarter sticks of dynamite. People just get a little carried away when they live in the city. Yeah, Garlic Press, I've seen that too. You're sitting there and you're hearing just big explosions, like shake your house explosions. That gets really old really fast. I understand. All right, hooligans, we're getting into our funny video of the day. It's titled, I didn't see that coming. It's a pretty good one. It's a multi-layer funny one, so look forward to it. Let's get this wrong. I had a hell of a time trying to name this video, and you'll understand why after we get through it. But once again, this is I didn't see that coming.
Yes, it's him.
I'm very sorry, sir.
Wait. Is this him?
Well, take your time, sir. There's no rush.
Yes, it's definitely him.
Okay.
It seems like him. Yes, very much could be him. Just...
I'm sorry, sir. I know that you're blind, but you're gonna have to make a decision.
I'm not blind.
Oh, thank God. I'm not a mortician.
And I'm not dead. But please don't stop on my account.
I had such a time trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to name that video. Because I always customize all the names of our funny video of the day. I was like, I don't know what the hell we're going to call this. But either way, that is all the coffee I had for you hooligans today. I'm going to drop this Linktree link to you, where all of my links are listed. So if you would like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, I would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. I keep saying Gilded. Discord is our free hooligan community. We left Gilded because Gilded was purchased by Roblox, and we're not a part of all that shit, so we left Gilded. We're back over on Discord, so definitely go join up. It is free. It's where all the hooligans keep the conversation going 24/7, and we have a news board to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. Plus, it's the best way to be notified every time we go live. You don't have to wait for 2-hour late notifications. Go join Discord. Even if you don't want to be social, at least you'll still get notifications every time we kick off a live. If you're really feeling saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, you can watch the live. It is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and tag each other, customize your chat bubbles, and more. Then we have Hooligans Alley, which is kind of like if Facebook and Twitter had a baby and then just cut off all the censorship. It's a good place to be. Then we have forums, which is kind of like Reddit, and we have reminders, which is your own personal planner for you to be able to set appointments and whatnot to keep yourself up to date with things going on in your life. And then we also have our advanced messaging system where we all gather 6 p.m. Eastern time on Fridays to have ourselves a voice chat, which is a lot of fun. But over in our advanced messaging system, we have all of our group chats and the ability to text each other, call each other, video call each other, group texting, group calling, and group video calling. jeffmaclive.com is the home of the hooligans, so definitely go get you a membership now. We're going to read through the chat really quick and see what you hooligans think about today's entire live. We have the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next, and then we'll be wrapping this up. Tomorrow we will be live again 1 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. We have President Trump about 3 p.m. Eastern time on Friday, so definitely look forward to that. We're going to read through the chat. We got the pledge coming up, and we're wrapping this up. Hair juicer. I always do a 30-minute continuous show, time the fuses and everything. Did it 1 year, and I'm always in charge of heading to Missouri and setting up the fireworks. That's badass, hair juicer. Just be safe out there. I didn't realize you were the captain of the fireworks. You guys hear the sirens outside? God only knows what's going on. Sam, I got to get back in one of those voice chats. Absolutely. Been having a good time. Every time is a good time in the voice chat. Hey, thank you, Breeze by You. I appreciate you. Hey, thank you for being with us, Sam. I appreciate you, RK. Hey, I appreciate you, Wayward. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Pumpkin. You hooligans are cracking me up. Thank you, Moose Girl. You're so awesome. Mandela, I find it so odd that the world votes in the United States presidential election. Yeah, Mandela. I think it's interesting that so many people care. Like, if Canada got a new president, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know until he tripped and fell or, did something like that. I don't pay attention to anywhere in the world. I don't. This is my home. I pay attention to here. So it's weird to me when, other people are like, you need to do this and you need to do that and your people do this. And it's like, what the fuck are you here for? You're here for to boss me around about my country? Get the fuck out of here. Hey, I appreciate you, Enter User. Thank you for being here. Leah, the rest of the world depends on us. Yeah. They do. You're not wrong. What's up, Mana? Happy freedom. What's up, Zen Cat? My cat sits in the slider glass door and watches the show going off at the park near us. Well, that's good that your kitty's not all scared of the fireworks and enjoying Independence Day. What's up, Dirtbike Freedom? Happy freedom. What's up, Michael? All right, hooligans. It's about that time. Melissa, is an unshaved hoo-ha not having a beard? Is it not having a beard? I don't. I mean, I guess. Does it have teeth? That's the real question. There's nothing wrong with a little turf on the field there. Anyways. Enough about hoo-ha fur. It's that time once again, hooligans. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Badass. We did the thing. Made it through, hooligans. All right, we're going to read through the chat one last time just to make sure there's no hooligans left behind. But like I said, we will be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. First time pulling up the Twitter chat and nobody came to chat with me. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Breeze by You, we are family. We absolutely are. I appreciate you, Breeze by You. Thank you, Wayward. Happy freedom to you. Melissa, it's bikini season here. I know, I gotta get those bikinis out. Mandela, you know they actually vote, right? Oh, yeah. I know they do. It's gonna be really interesting when it's time to go vote. Because if I see illegals in the office, like I said, I'm bringing Klaus Daniels with me. He's more American than any of those fuckers crossing the border. Hey, thank you, Nishada. Appreciate you being here. Thank you, Appeal to Heaven. Appreciate you joining us over on Rumble. True crazy. You're cracking me up, man. Cracking me up. Hey. Appreciate you, Grasshopper. I don't know about the hooligan Speedos. We'll see. I mean, I guess the dudes deserve some options too. You can wear the shorts, you can do the Speedos. Some meat huggies. You like that? Color Press, why did Biden cross the road? He doesn't have a clue. Biden says, what road? Hey, thank you, Kim. I appreciate you being here. think we're good to go. Boobies in the chat. Yep. All right, we're good to go. I appreciate all of you hooligans being here. Like I said, we will be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. And we got President Trump. I totally forgot. We got President Trump Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern time, and we have the presidential debate Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern time, only on Rumble and jeffmaclive.com for the debate exclusively. So I will see you guys there, and I'll see you right here tomorrow for Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support. I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.
Jeff.